I, Abeer Mathur, Assistant Professor in Biyani Group of Colleges, would like to present a video on behalf of Guru KPU. My subject topic is Mansfield Park, a novel written by Jane Austen. Jane Austen used to write on female protagonist. In this novel also, Fanny Price is the main lead, and she's a weak character in comparison to Bertram's sisters, Maria and Julia. Emma, Sense and Sensibility, and Pride and Prejudice were the main works of Jane Austen, but this one is different from her other novels because in this, Fanny Price is quite a different girl. She's a shy, timid girl who's madly in love with Edmund, but she is very weak to confess her love to Edmund. The main character is Fanny Price, Edmund Bertram, whom she loves, Henry Crawford, Mary Crawford. Henry and Mary are the brother and sister of Mrs. Grant. Mrs. Grant is wife of Dr. Grant, the clergyman. Maria and Julia are also the main characters of the novel because they are the daughters of Sir Thomas Bertram and Lady Bertram. Mrs. Norris is the real sister of Lady Bertram. Minor characters in the novel are Tom Bertram, the eldest son of Sir Thomas Bertram, Mr. John Yates, he's the best friend of Tom, Mr. Rushworth. Rushworth is engaged to Maria, daughter of Lady Bertram. William Price is the real brother of Fanny. Dr. and Mrs. Grant, they live in Mansfield Park, as Doctor is the clergyman. Mr. and Mrs. Price are the mother and father of Fanny. Fanny shifted to Mansfield Park when she was only 10 years old, and she easily adjusted in the Mansfield Park family. Her best friend was Edmund from the very beginning. Edmund was not in love with Fanny initially. He felt for Mary Crawford, and they got romantically involved. They played major parts in a play named Lover's Vows, which was arranged by Mr. John Yates, who was the best friend of Tom. But when Henry and Mary shifted to London, the contact between Mary and Edmund broke, and in the meanwhile, Fanny shifted to her father's house that's in Portsmouth. And Edmund wrote a letter to Fanny that both his sisters, Maria and Julia, are very unhappy as Maria has broke up her wedding with Rushworth, and Maria has eloped with Henry, and Julia has eloped with Mr. John Yates. So Edmund said, I'm going to pick you up from your house in Portsmouth, and I'll get you back to Mansfield Park, and your small sister Susan will accompany you. Then all the things clear up in the end of the play. So the subplot has these characters, mainly the minor characters. The main characters are in the novel from the very beginning, and the play, The Lover's Vow, is a really important part in the novel. But in the end, all things clear up, and Edmund proposes to Fanny, and Maria gets back to her home. Her father, Sir Thomas, refused to accept Maria's proposal of getting back to his father's house, and Maria started living with her aunt, Mrs. Norris. And Julia finally ended up being the wife of John Yates. Thank you, and thank you for watching the video. For more details, please log on to www.gurukpo.com.